YouTube, what's up? I'm back with another trade market breakdown, right? So this is gonna be August 27th. We staying consistent as we said we would. August 27th to me has been choppy but beautiful, right? And I'm gonna break down a couple of things about today, but obviously this is a 1 minute time frame right now overall. The setup that we observed today, um, which would be actually right at this candle closure, but I'm only trading days now that I have a very clear drawn liquidity. Like for me, it's not so much as getting on the chart and seeing what setup can form and appear. Yes, to a certain extent, I'm doing that, but at the same time, I'm looking like on a higher time frame or like super clear levels is what I'm looking to see before the trading session even begins, right? And if there's no clear draw at all or no manipulation at the open that just tells me exactly kind of that gives me what I like to see, I'm not interested in the trade. So just overall being more strict what I'm looking for, right? But obviously what I have marked it right here is 9:30 open. Start off on an hourly time frame, right? Because I feel like that's where you can see it the clearest. These are my overall draws on liquidity that I've been waiting for. Which if you can tell, this second level high is also a daily SIBI right here, right? It's also a daily SIBI. Current info and below, draw that out. But yes, also a daily SIBI, so we've been wanting to target that. Um, Originally on a higher time frame, I'll just show it real quick. Originally, we didn't want to see price start its reversal yet because whenever you take this low to this high, I wanted to see price come all the way back down to a full discount of the range, right? Which obviously, if you see here, we missed it by about what 100, almost 200 points. But I didn't want to get caught in my ways and tell myself, okay, I didn't want to have a bullish bias until that level got reached because if price wants to flip, it can flip. We already have reached into a gap on the daily time frame, right? Which I'll pull in. We took out this low right here, which I'll draw out only for the daily time frame, right? We already took a major sell side. We have all these highs still remaining up here. All-time highs still remain. price price has done what it needs to do to the downside to reverse if it wants to, right? Obviously, this is that same low that I just pointed out being swept. And we have multiple lows, multiple chances to swing higher if we wanted to. After that got swept, what did we do? We came up. We after this level got swept, we failed to come and fully reverse here. We took out another low, and after we took out this low, price then has been chopping, but overall we made a like full bullish breaker, right? So where could we be one to go to? I know that got a little. I explained that pretty bad, but in simple terms, on a higher time frame, we saw enough downside to be prepared for an upside move. And if we did want to see a move towards the upside, what would we like to target, right? We have these equal highs right here, great draw on liquidity. We also have this daily high right here, which not only is it a daily high, but it's the entry or the low of a daily imbalance on a daily time frame, right? So this draw is great too. I wouldn't hold this trade. That's just me. I'm happy with 186 points, right? But I wouldn't hold this trade to this level today just because of time. So if we can reach this objective right here, I'd be out this trade. Um, but I'll drop down or I'll stay one more time on the hour time frame. So those were our draws. We had clear draws coming into today, right? I'd like to just point that out before anything. Before we came today, we had clear draws. Also on the hourly time frame, you can see that on NQ, we've been holding this new day opening gap. Drop down to the 15-minute time frame. Obviously, right now, I'm mainly looking at before 9:30 open, right? Excuse me. But before 9:30 open, what do we have? These Asia lows are sitting right here. These London lows are sitting right here, right? AM before 9:30 opens, the AM session still has not taken out the London or the Asia lows. So what do? We come look at ES, same as ES, right? None of these lows or the London lows have been taken, but nothing else. So we already are starting to have some SMT at the downside, but not fully. Now what do? The first candle at 9:30 before I drop down to the 1 minute. The first candle at 9:30, take out these Asia lows. Excuse me. Take out these Asia lows. Whereas I'll pop this right now. These Asia lows remain intact, meaning that these bullish. Excuse me, geez, this bullish SMT, right? Very real thing on very real thing on NQ, right? Because these A's and lows were never taken. We also have what I like to see, which is a fake move towards the true duration before a manipulation, but you can't really see too clear on the 15 minute. Excuse me, but on the 1 minute, on a 1 minute time frame, you can see it very clearly, right? So 1 minute opens up bullish. That's our fake true move in the real direction. We cut then we manipulate down to take out anybody that went long straight off 9:30 open got cooked right there, right? Putting these lows right in the middle of a new day, open the gap and start our run higher. So retail is gonna think, geez, bro, I'm done right now. I'm done. It's crazy, but retail is gonna think that this is gonna be the low that we want to put in, and we're gonna run higher. But if you're experienced, you know that you have to wait on time, right? It's not just about what you see pattern wise. Time of day is also extremely important. So with that being said, this low was put in at 9:35. All right, 9:35. For me, I'm not looking for a swing low necessarily to be put in that early unless we manipulate it into a higher time frame order block or fair value gap or manipulate it into SMT, right? Which was mainly made right here after 9:30. I have to wait 1 second. But anybody that caught their longs around here, what happened? Let's say you caught your longs right here, stop loss below these lows. Obviously, price manipulates you. You get stopped out, right? Even if you have the same target as me, you get stopped out. Which obviously this trade still hasn't hit TP, as you guys can see. But price comes back down for its true manipulation, and we put in an additional low at 9:57. Now, for me, that's perfect. Why? Because 10 a.m. reversal is a very real thing, right? And we're also within this 9:50 to 10:10 macro. I'll draw that out. On this 9:50 to 10:10 macro, right? Which is a time window where price likes to open up and begin its move in whatever direction that it wants to go. It might not make the full run, but it'll open up and begin to move, right? So what do? We have this IVG right here. We have the IVG right here that was created, right? What color stands out? You know what I'm saying? That's what we're trying to figure out. What color stands out? But whatever, we have this IVG that was created. And as soon as we get the close over this IVG, that's where we get our entry because we want this to be the low of the session, right? It's 9:57. The timing is right. We had a manipulation of the fake first buy side leg. There's our manipulation leg. So we don't want to see this level get disrespected if we do truly want to go bullish for the day because our draws are higher, right? So boom, with that being said, we get a good nice run up, right? And then we run up and take the AM2 highs and the AM1 highs. And then after that, we start a long retracement towards the downside. Now, at this point, stops are already pretty much break even, so almost got stopped. But price comes back up, last second save. And then right here on the 1 minute, we have this 1 minute order block that played out very well. On a 5 minute time frame, this is also within a 5 minute bullish fair value gap, right? And price pretty much came up and edged our TP about 10 points, right? Which I'm sure that this level, this level's already taken on ES. But whenever you have the higher time frame pretty much on your side, the way that it is, and you have structure like this, I'm not necessarily worried about this high being taken on ES and not NQ. Like, oh, there's SMT, now price is going to reverse and pretty much melt all the way towards the downside. I'm not worried about that. If price decides it does want to come all the way back down to stop us, well, so be it, right? Because at this point, even if price does head lower, all we did was generate more buy side liquidity resting above this level, which would just make me want to come up here even more. So if we were to get stopped out on the next opportunity that we're given to head back towards the upside, I would get back in, potentially even with more risk on the table to make more, right? Chances that this comes all the way back down to me are low. I think this is pretty much a lock, but in trading, nothing is guaranteed. I want to keep this on a 5 minute only. And on a 15 minute, I like to highlight. Right now, we're pulling back into a 15-minute gap right here, right? Pulling back into a 15-minute gap. So obviously, whenever you guys see this video, I'm sure the move's done. If it plays out, plays out. If we get stopped, we get stopped. Probably trail my stops to here. Being real, just to secure 65 points just to secure a 1-to-1. It's a little more than 1-to-1, like a 1 to 1.5, right? But obviously we want the full move. I should just shy of 200 points. So yeah, that's pretty much the market breakdown for today. I can't give you guys full hindsight like I usually would, which is coming back after the morning session is already done and tell you what the trade for today would have been, because technically I'm still in this. But regardless to if this trade doesn't hit and let's say it comes back and stops break even, I would still consider this the trade for today, because one, you had opportunities. If you wanted to get out, if you want to be out early, right? If you want to be out at 11:15, you could have took AM highs. AM highs came at 11:15. You still catch. Let's do the numbers on that. You still catch 127 points to, if you really have your stops right here, 40 points. You still can catch a 1 to 3 getting out at 11. I just want the full move, which in my case was a 1 to 4, right? Which may seem greedy, but 140 points versus about 200 points is a 60-point difference. Not super crazy, but it's enough. And whenever I trade, I like to trade based on my actual logic, not just off price P&L numbers. And we have our draw. We like to see our draw met. The good thing about live accounts, unlike prop firms, I'm not in I don't necessarily need to close this out before at 4 o'clock or anything like that. If price just decides that it wants to play around and just bullshit in this range, that's fine. If open comes and takes me out, right? That's the positive about trading with a live account, right? So anyways, though, that's the analysis for today. Yeah. I don't really got nothing else. I'm gone. We'll see how this plays out. Stops are already in profit, break even. Obviously, yes, I know it says paper trading right here. This is not the account I'm trading, or you guys would see executions, right? Obviously. Just in case, because I'm pretty sure somebody pointed that out. Somebody said that, but obviously that's not what I'm using. I just like to I like to forward test on a demo account sometimes. So let's say if there's a day where I don't actually take a trade, like there has been some days I've showed you those market reviews, and I'm not fully confident in the setup. I just want to use it to build data. Take the trade on a demo account, right? It's nothing wrong with saving your money. It doesn't cost you anything sometimes with trading to get an education, right? You got to pay to go to college. You do take losses in the market. That's your market tuition. At the same time, when you can't learn for free, why not learn for free, right? So that's all I got for this one, though. If y'all gain something from the video, learn something, join the Discord. It's so crazy. I had AI make the whole entire Discord. I sat there and watched AI like move my screen around. So it's kind of creepy. Like it was a little weird. I ain't gonna lie, it was a little weird. But yo, that's all I got for this trade breakdown, market breakdown, whatever you gonna call it. I guess trade breakdown since I'm actively still in this trade. But we'll call it a day. We already caught 170 points. But yeah, I'm gone.